On a joyous day on which the city opened up fully for the first time since the coronavirus pandemic hit over a year ago, the Bruins made sure they didn't mess up the script. In a fun back-and-forth Game 1 of the best-of-7 second-round series with the New York Islanders, the Bruins broke open a tie game in the third period with a pair of goals to capture a 5-2 victory on Saturday. Showing up to the Garden wearing a blue-fanned white laurel suit that was every bit as loud as the crowd would be, David Pastrnak netted a hat trick to lead the way. He and the Bruins were carried to victory on the shoulders and lungs of 17,400 who nearly ripped the roof of the building. In the warm-up, it felt like 22 players were playing their first NHL game, said Pastrnak, who attempted 9 shots and landed 7. It's a different sport with fans in the building. It warms your heart and reminds you why you play the sport. Charlie McAvoy broke a 2-2 tie at 6:20 of the third period to give the Bees a 3-2 lead. The Bruins had just killed off a too-many-men penalty, their third of the playoffs, with Nick Ritchie serving the 2 minutes. He stayed on the ice after it was killed and, after the Bees controlled the puck in the offensive zone, he parked himself in front of goalie Ilya Sorokin. David Krejci teed it up for McAvoy, who whistled it past the helpless Sorokin. Then, with 4:10 left in regulation, Pastrnak completed the hat trick. Catching the Islanders on a change, Pastrnak used a Taylor Hall middle rush as a screen to beat Sorokin for the insurance goal, making it rain hats in a kind of scene we haven't witnessed in 15 months. I was trying to enjoy the moment, looking around the crowd, said coach Bruce Cassidy. It's been a long time since we had a full house here at the Garden. And they were behind us from warm-up on. Obviously we want to play well for the group and each other, but also for the fans who have continued to support us and came out tonight especially. I think it was just a good moment to look around and see a lot of joy. Hall added an empty netter to finish it off. The crowd was the star of the night in the early going. It was the first time a full house was allowed in the Garden for a Bruins game since March 7, 2020. And the fans made sure they were going to be heard. Over an hour before puck drop, the people who made it up to the balcony were already raucous and the buzz only grew as game time approached. The standard, no smoking, warning was booed. Ditto for the 2 beer per customer announcement. A.J. Ketta, the Bishop Fien High School player who was paralyzed in a game during the schoolboy season, was introduced as the night's honorary banner captain, and the spine-tingling roar from the stands was reminiscent the one Zdeno Chara received before Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final when he suited up with a shattered jaw.